Gretchen in Dallas with us. How amazing was that? Right now, a lot of the guests are either really excited or you're going, when's this cult meeting going to end? Right? That's, you know, I get it. Hey, you know, it's so cool because if you're a guest here, you hear the excitement from the individuals involved in the company. And what's so funny is I remember first showing those individuals this company when they were skeptical and go, what is this? And they sat with their arms crossed. And now to hear Gretchen get up here like she's had way too many energy drinks. It's pretty funny, right? You know, it's so cool though, Gretchen. I don't know if you know this, but when you were on your deathbed, I remember my wife and I praying for you every morning when we woke up. And to see you up here with that kind of energy in life, I was emotional. I was back there teary-eyed. So it's so awesome to hear your story. You provide hope for a lot of people that are going through what you went through. And a big round of applause for Gretchen. I had never met Gretchen. I became good friends with her husband, Frank. And I went over to Frank. I said, buddy, I think you owe me because you have a wife that's alive, man. He goes, yes, I do. Yes, I do. So, but hey, I'll tell you what, we're having a ton of fun here. And, you know, when you have the caliber of people around us, it's no surprise we've had the success that we've had. And, you know, individuals play the game, and teams win championships. When you surround yourself with the right people, great things happen. And to have Daryl Smith on board, you know, the guy that you've read about in magazines, and he founded the 12th largest direct selling firm in the world, to have him working with us as a part of our team, I can tell you a lot. When you look at some of my partners, you know, I own 60% of the company, and Darwin Deason, that's his 220-foot ship. Just the rooms equate to over 12,000 square feet. The rooms on the ship. You know, I saw the picture, and I mean, that picture makes that thing look small compared to what it actually looks like in person. And for him to be able to say, hey, Logan, you know, the company's doing so well, why don't you take your top 10 people on 8 days and take them out to St. Barts, St. Thomas, St. Barts, St. John, just cruise the Caribbean, have some fun, and all that. And that's pretty exciting. So Darwin, in case you don't know, he invented a little thing called the ATM machine. I don't know if you've ever heard of it. But it's called ACS, name of his company, sold it to Xerox for $6.7 billion. And he's a great guy. I mean, he grew up in Arkansas, small little house about. If you were to put a wall here to that wall right there, that was the size of his whole house. And it was literally grew up with nothing. And very humble guy, great guy. Some other partners, the Perot family, Patrick and Suzanne McGee. You may know Ross Perot Sr., ran for president twice. Troy Aikman, Chris Camillo, wrote the book Laughing at Wall Street. Is named the most successful self-directed investor in history. So we got a great board, great group of guys, great group of folks involved in the company from a board side, the corporate side. Our COO and Chief Legal Counsel. The number one attorney in Dallas. Joe O'Connor, our CFO, who was a CFO of a little company you may have heard of called SkinCeuticals, also known as L'Oreal. Took him into 48 countries, so Joe is our CFO. I'm just trying to help you understand because, look, if I'm you and I'm going to get in business with somebody, I want to know who I get in business with, right? Because you can have a great product, all that stuff, but if you have a bunch of turds running it, no credibility, you know what I mean, your reputation's on the line, you know what I mean? And I was like, what made me think about that, I was just out in the hallway on a phone call with the president of the Chiropractor Association of California. He's the president of the whole board of all the chiropractors in the state of California. And you see him on television and all this type of stuff. And he just said, man, I just wanted to, before I put my credibility on the line with my 10,000 patients, right, and all this stuff, I wanted to know the background of the company. So just for your guests, I just want you to understand that we get skepticism. I don't see any problem with skepticism. So if you have questions, let us know. But the reason you see all these associates so excited is the products work. The products work. They're not gimmicks. It's not some, hocus pocus deal. And that's why, quite frankly, I purchased the asset. Right? So I didn't invent these products. I wrote a best-selling book that some of my friends that are on a television show called The Shark Tank had endorsed. So you may know Barbara Corcoran, Daymond John, Mark Cuban's one of the sharks, if you know that show, right? So a couple of the sharks endorsed my book, which is nice of them. The bad thing about that is now I get pitched people's business ideas all the time, right? So wherever I'm going, people reckon, hey, aren't you the guy from TV, blah, blah, blah? I'm like, no, right? And so, but the point is, because of that, these guys recognized me. They came up to me, I was having lunch, and they said, hey, we have this customized nutrition platform. We would love to get your opinion on how we should take it to market. We don't know anything about business. We're, scientists, doctors, nutritionists. We don't know how to take this to market, but this is the future of health and wellness, and we would love your advice on what we should do with it. So that intrigued me. Because, look, we all care about our health, right? I mean, I've never gone up to somebody and said, hey, would you like to look and feel better? And they go, no, I'm good. I'm good. Like, I've never had that happen. I mean, everybody wants to look and feel better. And so that intrigued me, like, customized nutrition. How does that work? So here's what happened. I got on the product. I lost 10 pounds, which really bothered me because I didn't know I needed to lose 10 pounds, right? That was not a fun moment in my life, right? I went to my wife, hey, how come you didn't tell me I'm fat? And she goes, honey, you're not fat. I go, apparently I was. I just lost 10 pounds. It came from somewhere, right? So anyway, the point is this. I got on the product. After my first month, I had great results. Sleeping better, better energy throughout the day. And so I called these doctors, nutritionists. I said, hey, I'd like to order another month. They go, well, we don't have anymore. I said, well, how are you going to be a business if you don't have any? I mean, how do you mean? They go, that's what we're telling you. We're not in business. Like, we invented the deal, but we're not a company. I go, so you're telling me that I can't get this? And they go, no. And I go, man, you guys are bad business people. So I had them fly in town, and I met with them. And basically, we purchased the asset. And so that's how this whole thing came about. And so when I tell you that I didn't invent these products, and we didn't build some marketing plan and try to find some products to throw into it. No, what I'm telling you is these products were built to make an impact in people's lives for the better. We simply put it into a business model called ID Life. That's how all this came about. And so the company's exploding. I mean, it's incredible to see the thousands of testimonials every day. And so as you saw the video, you obviously get the fact that the products work. That's a no-brainer, right? So what I'm going to kind of transition to is now is this. I always laugh, I always get hysterical on January 1st. Why? Because every year on January 1st, what do people make? New Year's resolutions. And every year on January 7th, they're done. Have you ever noticed that? And I've always wondered why on January 1st, that's the day that we're going to get healthy. Because God forbid we get healthy in December. I mean, that just doesn't make sense, right? Why would I want to be healthy in September? I mean, no. I want to get fat. And then January 1st, I'm going to lose weight, right? I mean, it's funny to me. So here's the cool thing from a timing perspective. I was just thinking about this. I said it there, but here's what's exciting. Because I was hearing Bobby and these folks' testimonials of how much weight they've lost. Imagine if you, well, not everybody needs to lose weight, right? But imagine if you get on our transformation. We have about 100 days till the end of the year, a little less than that. And then you crank up January 1st before then, when everybody on the planet makes their New Year's resolutions. But now you're a living, breathing, walking billboard. I want you to think about how easy it's going to be to share our products with people. Come the end of December if you start right now. Because I can guarantee this, if you get on our program, and as long as you're not eating burgers every night of the week, and you're eating decently healthy, and you're getting off your rear and moving a little bit, right, and you're having our products, you will get in better shape. It's scientifically proven, right? This isn't my opinion. It is what it is. Imagine how your business will explode. I literally just had this paradigm shift sitting in the back of the room. You all should literally do, every associate should do their own transformation between now and the end of the year. Now, some of you may not need to lose weight. For me, maybe you just want better definition. You know, I can say for me in my life, I want to lose more weight, but I want a better definition. Right? I'd like to find the six-pack that exists once in a time, right? And for those of you that are ID Revolution, I actually, embarrassingly, showed my before and after pic. And I figured, you know what? It worked for the hair club president, and he's also a client, so why not make it, right? So we put it up there, and you all saw the real results, right? I'm sure they're on the internet somewhere, but I mean, I literally have, and I please take this with all the humility in the world. I'm not trying to say, look at me. What I'm saying was, I had a gut, and now I have a six-pack again. And that's, you know, that's a big deal for me, because my wife's beautiful. And prior to me losing this weight, what was probably occurring when I was walking down the beach is everybody's probably looking at the two of us going, oh, he must be rich. She's gorgeous, and here's my belly. But, you know, I guess what I'll tell you is this. If I'm you, from a business perspective, the timing's perfect. It's perfect, because you've got the last part of this year rolling, cranking up. You're going to have New Year's resolutions popping. And those of you that are planting those seeds now, oh my gosh, it's going to be amazing. It's going to be amazing. You know, as you see the business presentation, you saw the science behind the product, there's basically three questions you have to ask yourself. Right? First question is, do I like this? Well, I assume you do, right? I mean, everybody wants to feed their body the right things, whether they want to admit it or not. I don't think anybody on the planet wakes up and says, I'd like to be fat. Nobody, right? Nobody says, I want to feel miserable. I want to get drowsy. I want to get sick. I don't want to sleep well at night. Nobody says that, right? But what happens is you have a lot of people out there wanting to be in good shape. They've tried things, but nothing's ever worked for them. You know, and why? Because most of it's not based on science. It's just a fad. It's just a way somebody can throw a product offering out there, trying to make a bunch of money on people that are trying to get in shape. If any of you have ever tried to go to the gym workout, or you've tried to get on supplementation, you've had no results, don't feel bad. That's actually normal. Very few products actually work. And here's the deal. If you're not eating right, if you're not getting good calorie burn every day, and you're not supplementing your diet, you're not going to get results. It's those three factors. Right? If you take one of those factors out of the equation, your results are going to be very minimal. You need good proper supplementation. You have to eat decently. Here's the cool thing. These supplements, this sounds so crazy, your cravings will change. They will literally, how many of you have been on our supplements, you've seen that? If you can honestly testify that, say you don't raise your hands. I can't explain why. I don't necessarily know why, but I think what it is the body, we were all designed for the body to heal itself naturally. Okay? God did not create the human body for us to have to prescribe pills. Okay? Prescription meds. That's a worst case scenario if you're having prescription meds. It shouldn't be your default when something goes wrong. And so what happens is the body is naturally made to cure itself when it's being fed the right nutrients. What are supplements? It's nutrients. That's what it is. A supplement is nothing more than a nutrient in a pill or a tablet or a capsule or a drink. Are you following me on this? I think the millennials, they're all on supplements. They get it, right? They're educated. They understand that supplements are part of it. The older generations, they think supplements are just a workout term. No, I'm being real with you. My parents and they all think supplements is, that's just for workout people. No. Supplement literally means to supplement your diet. That's what it is, to supplement your diet. That's it. It's to get the body nutrients that it needs. Okay? We just ate at, where did we, Capital Grill, is that where we just worked with that? I ordered a salmon. Okay? I actually asked Valerie, the lady that was waiting on us, I said, is this farm bred or wild salmon? She had no idea what I was even talking about. Okay? What's farm bred salmon? That's where they're pumping the salmon full of testosterones and genetically modified salmon to make it as big as possible so they can make more money on it. Farm-bred salmon. What's wild? Nothing artificial about it. Nothing synthetic about it. Aren't hormones pumped into it. And that's what's actually good for you. Farm-bred is not good for you. Okay? So the point is this. The majority of the foods that we're eating are processed. They're genetically modified. They're full of junk. Right? And that's why our country has the obesity problems we have. The infertility problems that we have. That's why diabetes is through the roof. It's an issue. And I have two beautiful boys that I love dearly. And here's what's scary. You realize that our kids can go walk into a store just like we as adults can? And they can buy foods off the shelf. They can buy energy drinks off the shelf that are literally illegal in other countries. Not just bad for you. They're illegal in other countries. I love our country. I believe we're the greatest country in the world. But let's be real. From a health and wellness standpoint, our country's terrible. It is awful. That's not my opinion. That's a fact. We're the second most obese country in the world. Mexico just passed us. And I think that's because we simply just dropped our crap on their country. I think that's what happened, right? It's just natural progression of junk. But at the end of the day, we have got to become educated. Now some of you may go, I don't care about my health and wellness. I don't care. Okay, fine. If that's you, here's what I'm telling you. You being in good health is not simply for you. It's for those that are counting on you. I want you to really understand that, right? You know, I can tell you, since we started this company, I was retired. I was enjoying life, but I was looking for something I could be passionate about. My wife and I had kids. I have twin 2-year-old boys. We had kids later in life. We're older. And, most of the parents that have kids my age, they're 12 years younger than me. You know what I'm saying? And I told my wife, I said, I'm not going to be that guy that can't even throw the ball with my kids. You know, I'm not going to be on the cane while everybody else is these young, fun parents. I want to be the cool dad. You know what I mean? Like, I want to be the one that, like, come on over to the house. I want to beat up my boy's friends, right? You know? You want to wrestle around you, right? I want to have fun. Hulk Hogan. Anyway, moral story is this. All of us should care about our health and wellness, so you should be able to answer yes to the first question. Yeah, I like this. Okay. The second question you have to be able to answer yes to is, can I do this? That's where most people kind of get, I don't know if I can do this. We have our fundamentals to freedom. They're the simplest thing you've ever seen. If you just follow our 7 steps to being successful here, which are all ridiculously simple, if you will just do those for 24 months, whether that's an hour a day, whether that's an hour a week, whatever you have time to commit to it, if you'll just do that consistently, you'll have success here. You'll have success. We have the tools, we have all the things that you need to be successful. You do not have to go be some product expert. We don't want you selling our products. Right? We want you just sharing what you found. Nobody wants to be sold anything. Joel, agree with me, yes or yes on that? Right? Nobody wants to be sold, like, sell me. No. It's like a car lot. Right? You go to a car dealership. Isn't it funny? You go to the car dealership to buy a what? A car. Yet have you ever noticed when you go in the car dealership, you see the car salesman come like this for you? You want to do it? My wife did that the other day. I'm like, honey, why are you walking away? This guy here, he's coming to help you. Honey, I don't want to be sold anything. Then why are you coming to buy a car if you don't want to be sold anything? Right? I mean, so at the end of the day, it's don't go to your friends and family and sell them. You don't need to sell it. See, if you have to sell something, that's typically because there's something wrong with it. So you're having to convince somebody to buy it. Okay? If you have something that everyone already wants, our job is just to simply share that with them. Just educate them. No matter what nutritional supplements you're on. I don't want this to be disrespectful. I'm just being real with you. It's not as good as what we have. If you want to take the second best nutritional products in the market, go for it. Go for it. I don't. I want the best stuff. And again, I would reiterate, I did not invent these products. Okay? Our team would not have paid $10 million to have the second best product offering. These are the best products, and I want us to really understand that, from the ingredients, to the way they work, to the way they function, to the science and evidence behind it. Okay, second question, you answer, can I do this? Yes, you can do this. And when you see our Quick Start training, when you get home, whenever you have time, you'll go, wow, this is easy. Okay? The third question, though, you have to answer yes to, this is the most important question, is are you willing to do this? You know, you can like it, you know you can do it, but if you're not saying, yes, I'm willing, then it doesn't matter. I mean, it doesn't matter. The products are for everybody. What I'm talking about now is the opportunity attached to this. Look, network marketing has over 100 million people. You've got incredible companies out there that are proving how incredible network marketing is. They stood the test of time. Over 50 years, you've got Mary Kay, Arbonne, Avon, Tupperware, right? There's tons of great companies out there. Okay, we're not, in 2014, that stigma of network marketing has pretty much gone away. You may have less than 1% of the population that doesn't know the difference between a network marketing company and a pyramid scheme. Right? Majority of people know. But I will tell you, the most discouraging thing that ever happened to me, first network marketing company I got involved with, I go to this sweet lady, and I go, man, I'd really like to show you what I'm doing. And she literally goes, I can't believe you. You got involved in a pyramid scheme, you're going to jail. You've lost your mind. I said, Mom, I'm not in jail. You know? That happened. That's a true story. My mom, like, Mom, I'm not going to jail. You know, so every once in a while, you will have people that don't know the difference. So I'm just letting you know that as you get started. But so here's what I want you to understand. In my opinion, and I'm saying this as an individual that has owned traditional companies that have done millions and millions of dollars a year, to an individual that's been a network marketer. I've got involved in my early 20s in network marketing. My wife and I do it part-time. We made millions of dollars as an independent rep in network marketing. That's what Daryl Smith and I met. But here's what I want you to understand. I truly believe the greatest opportunity on this planet for an individual to get ahead in life financially is network marketing. I believe it has replaced franchising as the easiest way to be a successful business owner. You know, franchising, you have to pay a lot of money to get a franchise. You have to have a brick and mortar building. You have to have the liabilities attached to that. You have to have employees. A lot of times, if you own any small business owners here, Okay, I've been willing to bet you the business owns you a lot of the time, right? You know, you thought you owned it, and you found out it owns you. That's what happens, the stress and all that. The difference with network marketing, as with our company, is for 99 bucks, right? You own your own business. You don't have to deal with a brick and mortar building. You don't have to deal with employees, right? It's your business. You get out of it what you put into it. You know what's great is we've had over 1,000 people. Remember, we launched May 1st. May 1st. We've had over 1,000 people earn over 500 bucks a month in this company. You realize that is significant. I understand some of you are affluent and that's not a big deal to you. But for most people, if they can do something on the side part-time and make an extra $6,000 a year and have fun doing it and get their product for free because they accomplished the free part of our comp plan, that's a big deal for most people. That gets you out of credit card debt, right? That's a college fund for your kids. Right? Maybe it's just extra spending money, whatever it is for you. And so my point is this, I believe that network marketing is the greatest opportunity. So fast forward. We built the greatest compensation plan in the history of network marketing to go along with the greatest health and wellness product in the history of network marketing. And that's why our company is exploding. People are getting paid incredible income. We analyzed all the compensation plans in network marketing, and we took out the downsides. We took out the negatives, and we built this comp plan so it's real, and it pays people. You saw all the people that stood, that have promoted, and that are making significant money. And remember, we just launched May 1st. It's May, June, July, August, September. And look at how much money people are making. I mean, Daryl Smith founded, the 12th largest direct selling firm in the world. They did almost $7 billion since their inception. And I guarantee you, if they had to throw out the number of people making 500 bucks a month in passive income over their 10-year history, we may have more people than them in 5 months. And so I really want you to know, we built this comp plan, we built it to really benefit you. Because here's the deal. You're the living, breathing, walking billboards of this company. If you're not making money, the company's not making money. Y'all follow me on that? Our job, we want you to make money. I know what it's like to be you. I was an independent rep in network marketing since 2002. I know what it's like to come to a mixer, someone say they're coming, and they not show up. I know what it's like to sit in the audience for the first time at the first presentation and sit there and go, this is Nicole. I mean, that's what I said to myself. These people are crazy, right? I mean, the lady that was talking, I was like, whatever she's on, I don't want her. I mean, so I know what it's like. It took me over a year to go to my first network marketing meeting. I went so the guy would shut up and leave me alone. That's the only reason I went. And then now I own a company. It's crazy. But my point is, what does a person have to say, do, whatever, to get to that yes on that third question? Am I willing to do this? Ultimately, I think there's 3 categories of people. I think one category is folks are just in a funk. They're beat down by life. Maybe relationally, your marriage isn't going well. Maybe your marriage just ended. Maybe your job's bad. Maybe you just got laid off. Maybe you have a problem with your kids. I don't know. Here's the good news. We've all been in a funk. My wife and I tried to get pregnant for almost 10 years. We got pregnant 3 times, lost the babies. It was the most horrific thing I've ever had to go through in my life. I don't wish it upon anyone. The hardest part for me was looking at the woman of my life, my amazing wife, and seeing her just completely just broken. I mean, I didn't want to get out of bed most mornings when that was going on, And I was in that funk, that stage I'm talking about, where, people on the outside, they all knew me, right? Former professional baseball player, guy, multi-millionaire, you read his book, blah, blah, blah. But inside, I was just crippled. And the cool thing is this. Whenever you go in those funks, that's just a temporary mess. That's going to create a powerful message where you're going to be able to help people that are going to go through the same things in life. And it's going to enable you to make an impact in people's lives. I can't begin to tell you how many couples after I share that story come up to me and they literally say, man, we've been trying to get pregnant. We've been struggling. I mean, I'll be at an airport. I'll meet a perfect stranger. Hey, you have kids? No. Oh, cool. Do you hope to? And they'll really, yeah, well, we've been trying. And I can just immediately connect with them and share the story of hope that my wife and I went through. We have 2 beautiful boys now. 2 little miracles. That was my funk. I don't know what your funk is. And hopefully you're not in one right now. But let's go to stage 2. Stage 2 is comfortable. This is where most people are, right? They're comfortable. Yeah, I got a good paying job. Pays the bills. Yeah, my relationship's pretty good. My health's not bad. Look, here's the deal. Stage 2 is almost like the enemy because you just are in cruise control through life. Right? Look, when I die, I don't want people to stand up in front of the church and say, well, here lies Logan Stout. He's comfortable. Right? No, right? I want people to say, man, that guy changed my life. That guy made a difference in people's lives. That guy genuinely cared about life. When he walked into a room, he brought great energy, right? I mean, that guy was awesome to be around. Okay? That's not most people, though. Right? That's why you have, when you turn 50, it's called the midlife what? Crisis. Because what happens is people graduate from high school, they go to college, then they go, and then by the time they're 50, they go, what in the world am I doing? What happened to my life? If you're in the comfortable stage, I guarantee you, if you haven't already, you will start asking yourself this question. There's got to be more to life than this. Right? You know, ultimately the deal is this. We were created to live life on purpose. What does living life on purpose mean? It means living life intentionally. Most people don't do that. They just deal with life's blows. They just deal with it, and deal with it, and deal with it. They deal with their 2 weeks vacation a year. Sunday night, 10 p.m. rolls around. Sunday night, 10 p.m. rolls around every single week, and you get that sick feeling in your stomach. You're like, God, I work tomorrow. Up here, it's great, because sometimes it freezes you. You don't have to go to work, right? No, it's hilarious. I look on Facebook, and you'll see people go, hey, don't go to work, it's frozen. When you get excited about being frozen in your home, you should probably look at a different career option. You know, here we are in Pennsylvania, right? You got Valley Forge. You've got so much history of our country. You know, one of my favorite lines of anything in life is this line right here. Life, liberty, and pursuit of happiness. Life, liberty, and pursuit of happiness. Powerful. People have defended this country, gave us our country, because of their courage and bravery. People are doing it to this day, defending our freedoms. Probably even bigger than that are the spouses whose husband or wife is serving our country overseas, and their kids don't even get to see their parent for months at a time. I saw a video on Facebook where, you know, you have a regular progression, right? When they come in from serving the country and they line up and it's all formal, and you're supposed to wait till they finish. And this little kid couldn't wait. Saw dad, this little 6-year-old boy comes sprinting right in dad's arms, just tears just flowing as this little boy got to see his dad again. You know, why do they fight for our freedom? So we can have life, liberty, and pursuit of happiness. Yet so many people live life, liberty, and pursuit of the weekend. To answer the question, yes, I'm willing, some of you are going to have to strip away your pride. And you're going to say, you know what? This isn't normal. This isn't traditional. And here's what I would tell you. Who in the world wants to be normal? Not me. I don't want anybody to ever, hey, tell me about Logan Stout. It's normal. No. I want to be crazy. Right? I like to be a little crazy, dude. Yes, I am. Yes, I am. What is crazy? That means every morning I wake up, I get to decide if I want to roll over or roll out. Every morning. What is crazy? I go to the mailbox excited about it. Right? Yeah, let's here's the mail. Right? I don't have to worry about people calling me and going, oh, God, I don't know that number. 1-800, I don't know, maybe a bill collector. Why am I saying all this? I know what it's like to get those calls. I know what it's like to go to the mailbox and go, crap, another bill. I know what it's like. You guys can relate to it. At the end of the day, life, liberty, and pursuit of happiness, we have that choice every day. And for you to answer the question, yes, I'm willing to do this, you're going to have to look yourself in the mirror, and as I said in that video, nothing more awkward than watching yourself in a video. That's why I leave the room. But as I put in that video, I mean it sincerely. Sometimes we have to play the movie backwards. Start at the end and go backwards. You know what I'm talking about? And if you ever do that in your life, if you go like in a movie where you see, you know, them go backwards. What's the most famous movie? Christmas Story, right? Where he goes to the end, and he comes back, and as soon as he comes back, and he comes back to reality, he runs to his wife, and he goes, you know, basically, he has that epiphany, that paradigm shift. Because he saw,
don't change what I'm doing, I'm going to keep getting what I'm getting, and that doesn't look good. Yet we have so many folks in the greatest country in the world who keep working a job they hate. And then they get presented with a ground floor business opportunity that will absolutely change their life if they're just simply coachable and will simply just plug into our proven system. You don't have to invent it. We've already invented it. Just plug into it. Just do it. It's simple. Because everyone you know is going to hear about this. Whether you tell them or not, they're going to hear about it. So why not you be the one to get paid for it? It's that simple. Right? And so you have an opportunity here where you can literally change your life if you're just willing to say yes to that third question. You got to be willing. My biggest pain and frustration is when somebody will come up to me like they want me to convince them to do this. Well, I'm just not sure if I want to do it. In my life, okay, no problem, I'll do it. Well, yeah, but don't, I mean, that's it. Brother, if I have to convince you to come get rich with us, then you're not the right person. I mean, my job's not to convince you to change your life. My job is to help paint the picture of reality. That if you keep doing what you're doing, you're going to get what you're getting. That's my job. My job is to come up here and help you realize, snap out of what you're doing. It ain't working for you. Right? It ain't working for you. And so when I come up here, and as I said on the video, I'm not here to sell you on this company. I'm here to sell you on you. And if you don't want to do any life, don't do it. But whatever you do, let's not take for granted life, liberty, and pursuit of happiness. I can stand up in front of this room and tell you I'm a Christian because of the freedom our country provides. There are countries where you can't say that. You can't say that. If you're Jewish, you can stand up here and say, I'm Jewish. Right? If you're agnostic, you can stand up here and say, you're agnostic. You realize that other countries can't do that. They'll get killed for that. Our country is unbelievable what these folks that have fought for it, our founding fathers, have done. Well, I'm here to tell you, network marketing is the most real, it rewards you based on what you do, ethical compensation and business plan ever. What is corporate America? You're told how much you're getting paid. You're told when you can take vacation. You're told what hours you have to be there. And you're also told when you're fired. And you have no choice about the matter. That's the deal. You can outwork other people, but that doesn't determine what you get paid. And what you're doing is you're working for wholesale while you're making the business owner all the money. That's what you're doing. What is network marketing? You're the business owner. If you want to change your life, you're going to get paid exactly what you deserve to get paid based on what your work ethic is. Right? If you don't want to do anything, you won't get paid anything. If you want to make a ton, you get paid a ton. It's up to you. You're not waiting for someone to promote you. You promote whenever you want to earn it. All those folks you saw stand, they decided, you know what, I'm willing. I want to get promoted. I want to get my car paid for every month. I want to win an incentive trip, fully paid for, all expenses paid by the company. Right? I want to create passive income. I want to put this in the will to my kids. They made the choice. Yes, I'm willing. I don't want to belabor the point, because it is getting to the point where I feel like I'm trying to convince you, which I don't want to do that. Ultimately, what I do want to do, though, is help you understand you're at the right place at the right time. You realize it's a defining moment in history where you're not only at the beginning of this company, but most importantly, you're at the beginning of the future of health and wellness. I really want you to grasp that. The concept of going into a store and buying random vitamins in a bottle that are not customized to you, 3 to 5 years from now, we'll all look back and laugh. We will. We'll look back and remember when we used to just go buy random vitamins and eat them? Having no idea how they made a positive or negative interaction with our body? We will. We'll laugh about it. We'll laugh, and in the future we'll go, remember when we used to take vitamins with synthetic fillers in it? You don't even know what that means right now. Right? Remember when we used to have genetically modified foods? Remember when we'd have protein shakes with soy protein in it, which is proven to be terrible for you? A guy asked me, why is soy protein bad for me? I'm like, do you want man boobs? What's wrong with it? I mean, serious, it's what it does to men. Yet men down those protein shakes like it's yesterday. They're going, I don't understand what's going on here. You know? Just a couple wives just went, that's what's wrong with my husband. You learn something new. But look, here's the deal. I'm going to close with this. I told you I'm a Christian, and I want you to understand, no matter what your background is, you're welcome to be a part of this story. Period of the story. We got great friends in this company that are atheists, that are agnostic, that are Jewish. I love and respect everybody, no matter what your views are. And if you've ever met a Christian that judges you, they're off base. That's all I'm going to tell you. Right? I'm sure you've never met one of those. Have you? Ever? Right? No, they're off base. You know, my background was a youth pastor for 5 years. What bothered me about a lot of Christians is, it's like the Gandhi quote. I don't have a problem with your Jesus. I have a problem with your Christians, right? You know, it's like they beat you over the head with the Bible and they make you feel guilty about everything. Look, that's not me. I love you. No matter what your background is, no matter what your belief systems are, I love you. And you're welcome as a part of this company. And I'm telling you that because I'm about to share a story with you of when I was working at the church. And how many of you have kids? That's awesome. How many of you once was a kid? Okay, good. So, there's a guy in our church. He's a 45-year-old man at the time. Had an 18-year-old daughter and a younger daughter, 12-year-old daughter as well. And this guy was the coolest dude. I mean, very, very successful, but very, very humble. You know what I mean? He would donate and not tell anybody it was him that did it. He would find people that were struggling and just take care of them. I mean, one of the great, and every time he walked into a room, it's just like everybody knew everything was going to be great. Because he was just one of those guys, right? Like, for instance, if we were having a golf tournament right now, and hole-in-one wins $1 million, though he'd never touched a golf club in his life, he'd hit it in the hole somehow, some way, right? He'd win $1 million, right? Like one of those guys, happy-go-lucky. Bottom line, it's 2 o'clock in the afternoon one day. I'm sitting there in my office at the church. He comes walking. For those of you who may not know, you usually get an appointment, right? Which comes barging in the office because we're counseling people all the time. He just comes barging in my office, puts his elbows on the desk right here, boom, head in his hands, he starts crying. Well, I'm immediately scared to death thinking, what happened to your daughter? His daughter was in my youth group. What happened to your daughter? What happened to your daughter? He goes, look. I'm sorry for being all emotional. My daughter's fine. He goes, look, I hope you have a second. I said, yeah, go ahead, you know. He goes, look, I've never bothered you. I know you have tons of people pulling on you all the time. He goes, here's the deal, man. I have not slept in 3 days. I have the worst feeling of regret I've ever had in my life. And I don't know what to do about it. I said, man, what do you regret? What is it? What happened? He said, Logan, my daughter is my baby girl. She's my pride and joy. She's my firstborn. There's not a thing on this planet I wouldn't do for my daughter. He said, Logan, you know I'm successful. We've got millions of dollars. We've got all this stuff. That's all great. But here's the deal. Tomorrow, my daughter's graduating from high school. 18 years old. Yesterday, she was 8. And I missed it. He said, Logan, there's not a thing on this planet I would do to turn back time and just spend more time with my girl. I thought for sure there'd always be another volleyball match, or there'd always be another piano recital. He goes, Logan, I would do anything to have a Christmas morning where she comes running downstairs and jumps in my lap and says, Daddy, I can open presents. He goes, Logan, will you help me? Will you help me? I said, man, I don't know what to tell you. He said, Logan, for the first time in my life, I have no control. Here's the moral of the story. You can get money back. You can get time back. You cannot get time back. Time is gone. When it's gone, it's gone. And why I'm telling you that is this. The price of discipline, the price of sacrifice is nothing compared to the price of regret. I called my wife that afternoon, and I said, honey, you're not going to believe this conversation I just had with so-and-so. And I told her the story, and I said, honey, if we keep doing what we're doing, that's going to be me. I'm working hard with good intentions, just like he was. I said, but, I mean, honey, I haven't taken you on a date in a month. You know? How are we going to vacation like we want? How are we going to spend the best days of our lives the way we want to if I'm just grinding every day? Here's what I didn't tell you. I had reluctantly joined that first network marketing business. I did it just, like I said, to shut the guy up, quite frankly. And my wife actually told me, she goes, well, honey, what are we going to do if we want to get ahead? And I said, well, we don't have any money to invest in something. And I was 23 at the time, right? So I don't have any money to invest in anything. I don't know what we're going to do. So she said, what about that home-based business you got involved in? And I literally said to her, I go, oh, honey, I was just trying to get that guy to leave me alone. That's not. And she goes, well, there's a lot of people that do really well on this stuff. And basically, I thought on it, and I think it was the next day, I told my wife, I said, you know what, honey? If network marketing is not going to get us where we want to be, what is? What is? What else can you do on the side, part-time, on your own schedule, and make as much money as you want? So, the moral of the story is, I liked what I saw from the standpoint I wanted the product they were selling. I wasn't sure if I wanted to do the business. Even though I knew I could do it. I answered yes to this. I knew I could. But I wasn't willing. And it was until that guy walked into my office and told me the story of his daughter that I have a reality check. And that's when I was able to say, yes, I'm willing to do this. The first year my wife and I made right at 300 grand in our first year, and then we made millions ever since. And I'm not saying that to boast. I hope you take that in spirit, which I'm telling you. What pains me is there are people no better than you. They're not more talented than you. Not at all. But they're making life-changing money here because they said, I'm willing. You know what's interesting is there are folks in this room, you may make 200 grand a year, 300 grand a year, but you're spending 200 grand a year, 300 grand a year. To make an extra $1,000 a month in this company is so simple. It's ridiculous how simple it is. To make life-changing income, there's never been a better time to do it. If you will just stay focused on the fundamentals to freedom that we'll give you, it's so simple. And if you'll just stick with this for 24 months, it's so simple. I guarantee you this. 24 months from now, you look back and you go, wow, I'm glad I got involved in that company. Worst case, get on the product. Let the products help you. Because you only get one body. Right? You can't go redo it when things go south. Take care of your body. But it's an honor to be with you tonight. It's always so humbling to get to share the passion and story about our product line, our opportunity. I hope you can say you're willing. I hope you understand it. Get with the person that invited you here tonight. Let them answer your questions. Try some of the product. And let's go change people's lives. All right? I appreciate you.